Joey, a win tonight just gives you thoughts on the game.
Well, the main thing is that we've seen the job through, because there was periods of the game where we were slightly concerned. Obviously that's always the danger coming to places like this. Lads are obviously mindful of not picking up an injury, to carry into the weekend's game. To be fair to Chorley, I thought they were excellent. They really applied themselves well and give our lads the test that we came here for. Obviously we played Saturday and lots of the lads got minutes in there, and then we were keen to get another body of work into the boys, and they've certainly had that tonight, because Chorley give us a real good test.
Didn't start the game probably as you would have wanted, conceding the goal. No, they had a couple of chances after that, made a couple of good saves, the keeper, but ended the half well. Ash got 2 goals and took us into the break with the lead. Yeah,
for sure. It's obviously quite strange when Josh Wilson, who scored the goals, almost like a brother. He's my cousin. But he is almost like a brother, so to see him get on the end of that was a little bit... He'll no doubt be reminding me of that all week, and he was probably very unfortunate not to have a second. A great save from Jonah, kept us in it, and it was actually turned out to be the real turning point, because we went down the other end, and when you've got some of the quality that we've got, Ash Hunter scores a really good goal and then follows that up with the second goal, and if I'm being honest, he's probably the only player tonight to enhance his options for the weekend. I told the lads that the team wasn't selected for Saturday. We obviously had a good performance at Morecambe at the weekend, and I said to them, there's still a couple of spots up for selection. There's some lads who've gone over the pre-season and absolutely nailed, said I can't be dropped, I've got to play. Most of those lads weren't with us tonight, because we've got one eye on the game on Saturday, and there was an opportunity for some lads to enhance their claims, and I think they've got to ask themselves, did they do that? I think there was 1 or 2 for sure, but I think it's always surprising when we introduced a load of the young 17, 18, 19 year olds and they actually enhance the performance. So a lot of lads have got to go away and reevaluate their application if they want to be forcing themselves into the first team, because tonight, I know it's a difficult game, it's not a perfect surface, but it was the same for both sides, and the young kids with 15 minutes to go enhanced their reputations for sure. So we've got through. I think Alty's picked up a little bit of a knock, not more than an ankle roll, and I think it was my cousin who kicked him, so he hasn't helped us out a lot today. So I'll don't worry, I'll make sure he gets his comeuppance when we get back home. But yeah, we got through relatively unscathed. Lads have got 90 minutes on the clock, and we roll now into the league campaign, and I think that will bring real focus to the work, certainly tomorrow, back end of the week, and then building into that game on Saturday.
Did Marnie's first run out after joining the club today? Do you think he did?
Marnes has trained 6 days, so he's trained with, I think, Aston Villa for 6 days. He'd done his medical this morning, trained with us this morning, and we just wanted to get there's not many opportunities to get 60 minutes into him, so it was always the plan to get him 60 minutes. Obviously, the kind of game it is, we were saying to him beforehand, be careful of the challenges. Last thing we want is lads flying into challenges and getting injured at this stage. So just making sure we get that body of work through him. He felt fine. He was asking to play a bit longer, but obviously there's a bigger picture with Marnes. We've got to be safe in terms of getting the fitness into them, because the lads are probably 2 weeks at least, maybe 3 weeks ahead of him because of his schedule. So it's great to see him out on the grass. It's great to see him in a Fleetwood top, and no doubt the best is yet to come from him.
I know you touched on it earlier. The team that finished there, 7 out of the 11 were products from the academy. I know, speaking to a couple of the academy staff here tonight, a proud night for them, and as you say, they did the reputations no harm.
Oh no, they did well. Every one of them, enhanced their reputation. It's a key thing for me. I've said, I'm not just going to play senior players. If the kids are good enough, they'll play. I don't care how old you are. If you come and you say, hey, I can play in your first team, then you'll play. And we've seen all over the pre-season, when we have been able to get them in and around the first team picture, we've given them, because there's a great experience for the youngsters playing here tonight against Chorley. They're an established side. I think they got beaten in the playoffs in their league to go into the conference last year. A team of men. A lot of them have played league football. And it's a great opportunity for the kids to test themselves against men. And I think a lot of them, as we say, we watched it tonight, they did really, really well. So very pleasing, encouraging signs to the academy. With Fleetwood Town, we've got to show that there is a pathway. If you come into our system, that there will be a pathway for the first team. And as I say, we're wanting these lads to jump up and take the opportunity, because it'll be there for them.
And just finally, pre-season now done. The match is done. 7 games, 7 wins, which I know will please you. The real stuff starts on Saturday, though. I imagine you're really excited to get going.
Yeah, everything's out the window now. We start afresh. So, you know, we're talking to the staff in there, and it's like, great, that's pre-season done. We've got everybody through fit, healthy, and we've got, you know, a training day tomorrow, and obviously the lads who play tonight will do a second recovery day. And then we have a day off Wednesday, and then the real focus turns to the game at the weekend. So glad to get through that period, because it's a period where, you know, you know it's important, you know you need to do the right things, but also nothing replaces the real thing, and the real thing comes thick and fast. It comes Saturday. Hopefully we get a good crowd, a Highbury, and we can get off and get the season rolling.